Company, always on the run. A destiny, oh, it's the rising sun. I was born, a shotgun in my hands. Behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me Bad Company.
And welcome to the Situation Room. It should be a very interesting night. I do believe Storm Chase will be popping in on YouTube as usual. But till he pops in or whatnot, we still have plenty to talk about. And I think we're going to start off with Invasion. I wasn't going to, but I think we're going to see how fast things change. We're going to let me introduce the panel first. We got Black Hydra. We got who the hell is that? By the way, we got Dark Turd. We got Z-Man. We got Iron Hand. By the way, thank you, Iron, for finally understanding when I say you're going to be on, you're stuck. Killer Queen, Archangel, Nutcracker, the Doctor, yes, is in the house just in case I try to hang myself. Ghost Rider.
I hang you first.
Yeah, that might be true too. And then myself, Roy Boy. Now, I know nobody's excited about talking about Invasion. Nobody wants to even go over Invasion, but we're still going to do it.
No.
Well, it's Invasion. If we don't talk about it, people won't know the pros, the cons, and, well, if there's pros. So we're going to go down the panel, find out who's done Invasion, who hasn't done Invasion, and maybe why they have or have not. No hangings, please, Storm Chaser says. We will see.
Way to spoil my fun.
Dr. Phil, you've been shut down.
Okay, so let's start with Black Hydra. Have you even had time to do your Invasion yet?
Actually, I'm on wave 10.
Okay. So are you ready for the Mighty Herald and the Jug?
I'm actually repairing my base defense so I can actually do it.
Okay.
On the Herald.
Storm Chaser says there are other ways to have fun. That's true.
Yeah, like read a book.
Hey,
Read a book, take a nap, maybe go make a sandwich.
for the people that don't know about Wave 10, there's a jug that will come from the left side and a herald that will come from the right. It's only an elite jug. And I don't know what level of herald it is, but that damn thing's bigger than mine. I can tell you that.
That's what he said.
I'm not really impressed with the Invasion, honestly.
Well, that's what we're here to discuss. But let's go down the panel and ask if they've done it or if they're not going to do it. So you've done it so far. You're not happy with it?
I'm not really impressed.
Okay.
I figure it'd be a little bit more of a challenge than what it was.
I'm not worried about the challenge part. You haven't done 10 yet.
I've tried 10. I got my ass handed to me.
Oh, then it was a challenge. See? All right.
There's a difference between finding something a challenge and getting your ass beat. Getting your ass beat isn't challenging.
Well, I didn't have the technicals in my base for anti-air.
Because the Herald came out. Well, see, my Hornets took care of the Herald. I'm not going to lie. But we'll get to me. Dark Turd, have you done Invasion yet?
I've started on it. I'm on wave 9 right now.
Okay.
I've used the Judge, 5 Phalanx, and 4 Technicals in my base, but mostly I use the Phalanx. They're the only thing that gets hit badly.
Okay. Z-Man, what about you?
I did it.
And your say on it so far is?
I wish I could send that much into a base. It wasn't too bad. I was surprised on it. I don't want any videos. I was surprised about the Herald.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Iron Hand, what about you?
I stopped at wave 3 so far. Just didn't get to it. I was too busy trying to get some medals. That was it. I'll get to it later.
Yeah. Killer Queen, what about you?
I'm not bored yet. Haven't done it.
Know that feeling. Know that feeling. Archangel, what about you?
Oh yeah, I did it. I mostly just watched the judge see how I fired. What a joke. Anyway, rate of fire. Rate of fire. That's all I got to say. Rate of fire. It'll be a good unit. They come out with rate of fire. Because watch it fire. I mean, never mind. Forget it. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say all I was doing is watching the shells fly in the air and the units move away from the splash.
Yeah, but they back up. And when it fires 1, 2, 3, and those three
it fires
back up right on top of each other before they make the crest to come over. So if they increase the rate of fire, then maybe you get 6 that just push them all over. But they're backing up, and when they fire, they're backing up on each other.
No, I just don't think that. I think the time they do their little crest and then land, the units are already long gone.
Oh yeah, I mean they couldn't even hit the I don't know if those liberators or what those things were.
Yeah, True Blood acolytes, purifiers, and vindicators, and I mean, it wasn't very impressive when it comes to them hitting.
Hey, Roy, can I make a comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
It is more challenging because right now I'm looking at the leaderboard on it, and there's only 5 people under 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of people have messaged me personally, and I asked. They're like, "Oh, normally I do it for time," and they said flat out they're not doing it for time this time.
Storm asked the question. He goes, "Are you guys leading your targets with attack ground?"
Now, to be honest, I only threw the judge in the base just to see what it would do. I had absolutely nothing else in my base and still finished it. And the reason I'm not worried about time is, I'm going to be honest, I don't enjoy invasion. I haven't enjoyed invasion because I don't want to. The only way people are actually doing it is they constantly are coining their units. Now, personally, and then they're moving around their base 100 times. I'm not doing that. I don't enjoy that. Bring me back Onslaught, or at least you get a goddamn trophy at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his follow-up with this is you can really spread out your shots pretty well if you do attack ground in different spots for each shot. You don't need to shoot all the shots in the same spot.
Nobody is going to take control of the judge.
No. You need to get control of your other unit, not the judge.
No.
You need to be in control of your technicals, your phalanx, your Jericho. You don't need to be in control of that judge.
Yeah, the real workers, the real go-getters for your defense.
You one misclick, that judge is going to come out and get its ass killed. To me, it's. I played with it. I'm going to keep trying to play with it a little bit. I'm still not impressed with it. Where we're at? We're at Nutcracker.
I've done it.
Okay.
Finished it. I only did it to, like most, see what the judge did, and for a few medals. Tokens, I mean. Sorry, not medals. That's the only reason I did it.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable anymore. It's past the sell-by date.
Oh yeah. We know Doc didn't do it. Brant, Ghost, did you do it?
I did it all the way up till 9, and then we started it about 3 or 4 times just to see how many times it actually handed out units to you, and it looks like 4 is the max, and then I just quit.
Yeah, I did it. I couldn't tell you if I ever even did it for time. I don't think I ever have. When they turned around and said, "Hey," it was cool at first. I'm not gonna lie. When they said, "Okay, when you kill it, it's not gonna respawn." First thing I said, "Okay, the lowers finally got a chance to get through something. It might take them 10 times, but they're gonna get all the way through it. They're gonna get the tokens. They might not get the best time, but they're gonna get, they're gonna get stuff." Then they took that away. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, not even the lowers they're not going to be, they're going to struggle, and I'm already not enjoying this. So the only reason I did it is to test the judge, and exactly what I thought the judge was going to be. The crest was too slow. The fire rate was okay, I guess, but even when it did hit the purifiers, it didn't kill the purifiers. I mean, it should at least be able to kill a purifier with 4 rounds hitting it.
It didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I'm ass backwards. I stopped doing it for a time when they stopped giving out the paint.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, the stuff they give out was all Gen 1. Oh, yeah, they did give out Gen 2 Cyclops. Now, on the panel, has anybody used Cyclops aside for the Fairlane space?
No.
Nope.
I thought I heard somebody thrilled they got a haze when they were doing
That
it.
was me being funny. Remember, that was me being funny earlier today. I went, woohoo, I got a Hades.
But no.
That's the only fun part about it.
Yeah.
And the thing that really deterred me about doing the invasion, and yes, it's been patched and fixed, but was when there was that exploit.
Oh, God, that exploit. I think actually you're right, Nicole. I think that's what killed me, too.
Yeah, that's what really killed me about caring about the invasion is the exploit that happened. Yes, it's been fixed, everybody. It's not there anymore. But if you've never done the invasion, at one point in time, there was an exploit, and it really, for the most part, deterred a lot of people. I really do feel that was the deterrent of doing invasion.
Yeah, you
for
take
most
the attitude
people.
of, well, why bother? Because we're not going to get there.
Yeah,
Invasion
exactly.
was Kicksai's replacement for Onslaught because Onslaught was there every bloody month of the same fucking week, every goddamn time. So they switched it. They came up with Invasion, the better version, with the attrition and with all these new prizes. And I've heard it like every few weeks that I've come on the show about Invasion. Invasion is boring. Invasion sucks. Invasion doesn't give enough. And it's just gone down the same path as Onslaught. And there's no fixing it.
Exactly what it's doing. It is, and on top of it, if Kickside would realize we don't like the same thing every month. We didn't want Warpath every month. They've got wind of that. They understood it. We don't want Invasion every month. If you take an extra month and rotate Invasion and Warpath,
flip flop them.
And that gives you a whole month to take and say, hey, let's really play around with the idea of next Invasion. People would be getting more excited, or if they come out with something new in general, would be nice.
Well, they have that on the table. It's on the whiteboard. There's a new mode coming out.
Well, you've got to remember, they do not have the attrition rule implied anymore. Used to with the lows, with the attrition rule, they could get all the way through. It took them time, but they actually could make it, which gave them what they needed to keep going.
Now they took that away too.
I mean, why take that? Why take something like that away from players who are trying to participate, even if it's minimal? Just getting it done is hard enough for some people.
The extra tokens they got in, yes, they were for units that weren't that useful, and they could trade them in. Though that's what the attacks are for, and at least they were able to get into the fight.
That's the thing. You've got guys running around with level 20 units all the time, and this and that and everything else. And yet you've got guys who can't get tokens or struggle to get tokens for whatever reason. And again, it's the divide. The gap just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every time.
And
Storm just said, Socrates, yeah, I understand about the prizes, and we'll see what we can do about it. Never mind seeing what we can do about it. Skip next month altogether. Reamp, take and rework on it. We got Warpath, I guarantee, next month because we ask for it every other month. Skip Invasion next month. Take that extra month, revamp it, make the adjustments that people really want to see. Do a focus group on it. You guys got good people to go in those focus groups and make the adjustments for we get excited again. Now, does that sound about right, guys?
Yeah.
I will say that sounds awesome, but we also got to take into the account that we're asking them to revamp the invasion, but right now they're working on that new mode, and once they get that new mode out, but once they get that out and live, Storm Chasers already said then they will revisit going back and working on what they can provide for us.
Knuckles wants an
Invasion.
onslaught next month. You know what? I used to enjoy the 50 waves. It got harder and harder and harder and harder. You were guaranteed prizes for each wave. I'd rather have that. At least then the lowers are guaranteed to get something good. And if they had to work and adjust their bases to get something better every time, that was cool. That was awesome.
Man,
See,
I remember the last onslaught I did. I think I changed my base like 5 times just to get past it.
You know,
am I the only one that don't want the lowers to get stuff that we got?
wait a minute. I don't look. They're not going to have every Omega that we have, but it'd be nice if they could get at least something that's useful. Giving them a Hades is okay, but really not going to be useful. Giving them a Fury, okay, they're still kind of useful. Giving them Cyclops crap is just like, hey, here's junk. Have more junk.
Well, they gave them the phalanx in Wave 3. In Wave 7, you got tech for it. The only problem gets to be is the technicals. I know some that don't have them. So, I mean, basically, they're kind of on the short end of the stick with that.
Okay, Storm just said we will be revisiting it more seriously after we get a new mod completed.
What I just said. Told y'all, he said it the other week.
Well, I know, but if the new mod's not ready next month, skip next month. We're good with that. We're good with that. Yes, I know you like to keep us busy. And that's how
it has nothing to do with keeping you lot busy. Allow me to remind you of the 10th rule of acquisition. Greed is eternal.
No, that too. But
Killing
let's be honest. The amount of coin that's going into Invasion, it just keeps decreasing. It just keeps going down because we're not interested in it. If we're not interested in it, why are you wasting time and development on it?
This is what the initial statement was. We coin because we enjoy doing it.
That's it.
We don't coin if we don't enjoy doing it.
Well, it's like Storm Chaser said, depending on how well the new mode turns out, we might start a cadence of alternating Invasion, Onslaught, new mode.
That might be a good idea. At least then it's a difference in.
Well, the thing is, you have a rotation. Every quarter. It's not everything. It's like 1 month 1 month. New quarter starts. It would be good. I mean, it's a good rotation. If they can get 3 things going, you can get each month of each quarter with something different going on.
Venom, you're incorrect on that because this month there's no onslaught because they listened to us and said it would turn into a grind and unenjoyable if you keep slamming it down our throats.
No, I'm saying if it works out with the new mode.
If they bring what she's saying, Roy, what she's saying is we'll have 3 different events.
I know what she's saying.
3-month period.
No, he's talking to Venom. I see. Okay, Roy.
I was addressing Venom, not Nicole. Nicole's. I understood what Storm Chaser, but Venom just said, and I quote what Venom just said: "Roy, they're not allowed to skip anything. It's on their slate. It will be done." And I said they're incorrect because they wanted to do Warpath every month. We said no, this would be unenjoyable. It would turn to a grind. We would like it every other month, and they did. That's what they're doing. Okay, they're changing it up. Now, this idea of doing rotation of Invasion, Onslaught, and the new mod, that sounds like a kick-ass thing. Good rotation. We won't get bored of it. It won't turn into a grind.
Like I said,
everything gets boring eventually. If I mean, defensive things have always been the core value of. I hate saying those 2 words, but defensive natures in War Commander have been there since the very beginning. First events were all defensive. They weren't offensive because you had nothing to go out and hit. It was all, you did it by the defense. It was always defensive waves. And when you get to a point where defensive waves are repeatable and boring as hell, like they have been, there's not that much difference between Onslaught and Invasion as it is. You just get different waves, and that's it. they are basically the same thing, because that's exactly what they are. They're just labeled differently. And I have no doubt in the back of my mind at all that the quote-unquote new mode is going to do exactly the same thing. You do that 3 or 4 times, and it'll be going the same boat as the other two are already.
Well, that's one thing that we're gonna have to see. But hopefully, we're wrong for once. But here's the thing that I think he's addressing the new mod. But the Storm Chaser said I think it might be well timed in October when zombies are on the prowl. So look for this new mod in October. I got a feeling that's when we're going to see it.
Mode, Roy, mode.
Whatever, mod. This point, it's going to be a change, not to next month. It's going to be in October, more likely.
Can I buy a Val?
You can buy whatever you want. Doesn't mean
I like to buy an E.
That'll be $500.
To add to the end of mod.
I just bought 60 tokens. That cost me
He said Onslaught.
a day's work.
We're hoping to get them.
Onslaught in October.
Yeah. So that'll be
Hoping
interesting.
to get the new mode sooner.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's all we can say.
Hopefully, it's something different.
Yeah. Now,
if you think about it, there's
An
3
ode
items.
to the mode.
now I want to ask one question to everybody on this panel. When you saw Onslaught on the calendar, what did everybody think in their heads?
Oh my god.
Trophy!
There
Oh my
hasn't been an
God.
Onslaught trophy for
Trophy.
years.
No,
I'm not even going to address Nicole on that one. Let's just going to skip over that sentence.
No. Honestly, talking about hasn't been an Onslaught trophy in years. The last Onslaught they gave a trophy to was the one prior to them giving out the camouflage wasteland war paint for the Inferno.
Uh-huh.
Look,
I have that.
Yes. They started going, that was when they were starting to give out paints.
yeah, and the judge got the war paint, and after the judge war paint, what did we get after that?
Jug, sweetheart, Jug.
Whatever, darling. The point is, what did we get after that?
That was the last Onslaught we've had.
So basically, now we do it, and we get what? What do we get?
I think the last war paint we got was actually in the St. Patrick's Day, the Green Legion paint.
No,
Well, yeah, but that's on the map.
Yeah, but that was the overall last paint I think we got.
But they
All
were
right,
specialty.
we got some that we need to just go through real quick. Storm Chaser says the thing about trophies, Ian, he says, I'm afraid trophies are slowly killing the game. And he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
They create lag.
No, but you know what? There's other things. Actual sites, something you plant in your base. There's war paints. There's tech. I mean, there's other things that will validate you finishing it. There's a lot of units that we would like to see some kind of war paint on there, or a choice of war paints.
And when we say war paint, we're talking about the ones that give like boosts, like even 6%, like we were getting from the invasion paint.
Exactly.
Because the jug paint that we got, it's just
Did nothing.
Did nothing. It's just a slap of black on an orange, big, huge unit. And that's all it was. It does nothing. It has no boost. It has no quality to it other than a change of look. I can go to my closet, put on some different clothes, and have my change of look. I don't need it on a game.
I mean, yeah, and that's what we're talking about. We don't need the trophy to be something that sits on our base.
How about an exchange so we can sell our trophies back to Kickside for something?
Yeah, because I want to sell back that stupid, pissant, busted spider freaker.
I want to sell back that damn little computer that's half a centimeter tall.
Well, why
the
not?
server box.
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't we? Let's sell it back to Kickside and let them give us either, I don't know, trophy,
Another trophy.
Tokens, medals, I don't know, something.
You know what would be cool? I'm not going to lie, because a lot of us don't have some of the original trophies. Instead of coming out with original trophies, allow us to get some of the old trophies instead of keep bringing out new ones. You don't have,
Hey, they are all about
Blackout Down trophy or the zombie trophy.
Hey, they are all about recycling. I mean, look at the talent. It's just a revamped Raptor and all that stuff. I mean, they're all about recycling, giving everything a look. Let's recycle some trophies. Bring back some, hey, oldies or goldies.
Yep. In Storm Chasers, he don't want to take our trophies away. I want you to have the option to put them in and to out anytime you want, but I want to try to get reasonable limits in place to how many you can display at one time. Now, I disagree with that 100%.
Hey, if I want to spend my 800,000 XP on a trophy, I should be able to put that son of a bitch in where I want to.
Wait a minute. Not only your 800,000 XP, but you also, that shows that you all went all the way through.
Can we sell back trophies like that damn spider?
You already said that. What have you done?
That was what I suggested. Everybody laughed at me.
No, because it's funny, but it's a great idea.
Well, Storm is right in a way, because if you think about the fact that everything you put in a base, it has to takes a code, takes a pixel, has to be rendered. It takes some kind of computer processing to do it. So the more stuff in the base, the more lag's going to be created.
But
it can be good for the player that's being attacked, but bad for the player that's attacking. So it's kind of a catch-22.
But here's I'm going to play off of what Roy said on bringing back and re-rolling.
Oh no, the next trophy is only 400 XP, which means it's shit.
I'm going to run off of what play off of what
It's going to be a network router.
and bring in the old trophies. The old trophies, they had no animation, and that's a big part of play. Is these. Yes, in settings you can cut things off, but still, they have it in the background laying there that they are a animated piece of lawn equipment, ornament, whatever, in the base. Go back to the concept of the old trophies where there's no animation. Yes, it takes up some kind of space, but you're not having to run a animation with it. All the old trophies that looked really cool had no animation. So maybe if you don't want us to have so many trophies in our base because of what it creates for the player as far as lags and all that stuff, go back to the unanimated ones. Just make them look badass.
If they put a limit on the number of trophies players can display at the same time, the Storm Chaser says we could easily and more freely give out trophies for Onslaught, Invasion, / all kinds of things. Even start providing some sort of buffs on trophies. Oh, shit.
I still want my one that
fuck.
shoots air. Like the one sticks I had, I want mine that'll shoot air or shoot
I
ground.
completely disagree with buffing trophies.
Yeah, I don't agree with buffing trophies. I do not agree with buffing trophies.
I agree with limiting the trophies that you can have in your base, because
I don't
then
mind
it gives
that.
them the option of adding more and bigger trophies as well.
You know what the word when they say buffing trophies, all I can see is manipulation of trophies coming fast and hard and us dealing with them right away.
Okay, well, if you think about it, though, if they buffed a trophy, then you'd have to be able to shoot and kill that trophy, because you've got to somehow take that buff away.
Yeah, and that's just adding more to kill in your base. No, I prefer not to buff our trophies.
Limit them.
Limit them. I could even go along with that in general. I really like to see reintroduce some of the old trophies. Give us a couple of the old school trophies and purchases. Maybe repurchase. But no, I do not want to see a buff on trophies. I could just see manipulation coming right out.
And maybe that's something that could be thrown in the gear store. A trophy, like old school. Kick it old school.
Yeah, well,
Put it in the gear store.
The only one you can't get is the original first one, which I know a few people that have. It's a real bust, which kicks I sent to you in the post.
Yeah.
I mean, the only trophies I don't think that should ever come out into play are the ones that were given in the PvP pre-seasons that were awarded. Keep them out of the mix, because people actually did what they did to earn them. I don't care if it was shady, legit, however, they got them. Keep the PvP pre-season ones out of the mix. Let's keep it to the ones that we could get through Onslaught, through the events, and maybe throw them on a rotation through the gear store. However, I mean, just change it up. I mean,
No.
Well, there's one for you,
I don't
Storm
know.
Chaser. Let's
Here's
have
one.
the old bust of Ruby back on the shelf so people can actually have at home a trophy.
You
on
know,
the game.
Now, what if they took the old trophies when we first got and started putting them in bases to earn them, like during the 4th of July, how they had the 2 trophies? What were they? It was the 2 planes. They had it where you hit a base and you get 2
Welcome
trophies.
to Earth and Close Encounter.
Yeah. Now, if they started putting bases out there to make it a challenge for you to get it and you earn trophies from them, now add it like the old trophies. I mean, that's if people wanted them.
But
Yeah.
that would be like a one-time thing. Once you hit it, you couldn't get it again.
Exactly. Well, no, if they had a base where you hit the base twice and got 2 trophies, like the Independence one, the Independence Day one. Now you hit that base twice and you got 2 trophies.
Yeah, but that's for a special holiday. I wouldn't do that for just any basis on the map that does that.
Look,
But-
I understand they don't want to keep introducing new trophies. That's why I'm saying, there's a lot
But
of.
they do want to introduce new trophies. It's just
They
that
just
they-
want to limit how many we can put in our base.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
why I think they should just, reintroduce some of the old ones for the newer players can grab a hold of them because there's some really killer ones. Black Hawk Down, the zombie ones.
Yeah.
There's some really killer trophies out there that people never even had an opportunity, weren't even playing the game at the time to get.
All right, I'm gonna just step right the fuck in here and just tell you to shut the fuck up and get on to the next topic because you've been talking about trophies for the last 20 goddamn minutes. And I'm
Yeah,
bored
well,
shitless.
that's what we earned. We don't like them, and that's exactly the thing. All right, so let's talk about the next topic, which will be the new CC.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, yay.
And as you can see from my screen share, they have started to let stuff come out. DM Bernie has let us know about the new shield that'll be on the base.
Ooh, fancy.
That's
This will be the new turret, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks like something from Star Trek or Star Wars.
Actually, I was thinking Star Wars, one of those little
Futurama.
robots that run around.
It looks
I
closer to a
was-
Cylon from
It's an R2D2 mini.
it just looks like a fucking water mine.
It's going to water your
I was
base
about to
while
say,
you're
it
going.
does look like a water mine.
sea
Yeah,
mine.
the old Second World War movies, where you had these mines on the end of a rope.
It's going to water your lawn while you're going.
That's what it looks like.
Nah, it's the sea mine from that lockup in Hot Fuzz. That's what it is. You give it a tap and it'll just go.
Yeah.
This will be coming out of your defensive lab, which will have 1 level. I've been pretty much confirmed on that. But it will have 5 individual levels from what I understand. And when it's at maxed out, any building that supposedly is touching your CC will be shielded. From what I understand, this is all stuff that has been explained to me several times by different people. So this will be very interesting. It could be the game changer people have been looking for base defense.
It's a condom for a CC.
It's the 4-monthly change.
My question, I do hope they work better than the Vindicate. Is it the Vindicate? No, the
Vanquishers.
Vanquisher
Roy, Vanquishers.
shield. Yes, I do hope this works better than the Vanquisher shields.
Right?
I truly hope so because otherwise it's going to be shit.
Humans go on a change every so many years. Kixeye go on a change every 4 months.
True, I guess you could say.
That's a lot of menopause.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but
They will be increasing the amount of oil and metal and Thor. So be ready for this.
They should have called it the Trojan turret. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. The Durex.
Really, Storm?
Command Center Shield turn. Interesting name, yes. This is what I'm actually looking forward to, but also there's a negative to this. You will be able to put a second bastion in your base.
Hey, Roy, I actually got a question about that to Storm Chaser.
Yeah?
Storm, if we're going to be getting an additional level to the weapons lab, will
You do? Yeah. We need more cores, is what he's trying to get to.
More materials.
Yeah,
We
you
need
want
more space to hold them,
Well, yeah, just what we can hold, because right now 200 isn't enough.
which I'm assuming will come with the extra levels.
the silicone and the chemical. We hold enough. We do not hold enough cores. 200 does not cover shit. That's
Okay,
all-
Not when you can
I'm
hold 2,000 of the other.
I'm going to step in and correct you for like the 5th time tonight. Right? Silicone is a breast implant. Silicon is material.
And you can take your silicone and shove up your ass.
Jesus Christ.
This is what I always say: it's envoy, not fucking envoy.
Thank you.
It begins with E, not O.
No shit.
But the point is, once again, we do not hold enough cores. Period. No way around it. There's no way possible.
But if we're getting another 5 levels, that should give us, say, 400.
I thought it was just one more level. Yeah.
No, it's level 5, not 5 levels.
going to
It's
level
level 5.
It's not 5 levels.
But it
No,
should
it's
give us
going
more
to
room
level
for
5.
it. Should give us more room.
It should, but from what I understand, it's not going to.
Who said that? Where does it say that?
It was said that several times in Discord from our lovely CMs.
Okay. To be determined. Always remember that. It's always subject to change, subject to community feedback, subject to how much we can bitch about it.
Yeah, and it will be
bitch
bitched
about it enough, they'll do something about it.
Oh, you know it's going to get bitched about. That's going to be a big problem for people. Big
What are the
problem.
technical limitations when it comes to increasing the resources? Then make them available 24 hours a day.
Yeah, Storm Chaser even says, yeah, we run into technical limitations when it came to increasing those resources.
Well, yeah.
So how do we change that?
Dump
Make
them
it
out every
available.
other day would be a good way in my mind.
You
Instead
make
of
the
3 days
materials
in a
available
row-
constantly.
Well, not even constantly. Instead of every day in a row, just do it every other damn day.
Yeah.
Well, we get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 3 days. Why can't they put those 3 days over a week?
Yeah,
And add
Monday,
one more
Wednesday,
day.
Friday. If they do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it'd fucking take care of that problem, now wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Storm Chaser said it's likely
off the base, off the map.
Storm Chasers.
Off, and, got room for everything.
Instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, since Tuesday's a dead day, make it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
That's not a bad idea either.
That also gives
And
you
add,
enough that
yeah,
if you're
but
in a
add
war
one more
zone,
day.
Well,
If
one
you're
at a
Add one
time,
more
guys.
day.
if you were in a war zone, that would give you, because a lot of people are able to play on the weekends where they can't play during the week. Being Saturday, they've got a day they can get cores and silicon, and they can go from there.
I was going to mention the same thing. Yeah.
They're going to revisit probably after CC14. And what they're going to do is they're going to see how bad we're going to screen that we can't keep enough, and it's going to get revisited. Let's be honest.
I mean, if you're going to throw 2 bastions in your base, they're going to be the big dog's bollocks. Everybody knows this. So
Right.
you're going to put the biggest shit in your base to do the biggest amount of damage, as well as having your anti-missile bastion in there at the same time.
Yep.
So you're going to need core every 2 days without fail.
What's
Yeah.
going to happen is people going to bitch enough, and then they're going to say, okay, we'll just give you a production for cores and keep building the cores up. So
No, they're not
when the
going to
base is not out,
They're not going to add a building. What they're going to need to do is
They're going to do the same as what they did with the Intel bases. That add another day or put them permanently on the map.
Yeah. I would love
be
to see
done.
them just go to 3 days, spread the days out, and I think that would solve the problem. I think Iron did bring up a good point. Going Tuesdays, which is a slow day of the week, Saturday's a slow day of the week. Spreading it out on those days would be a big help. So, yeah, there's ways around it. There's definitely value to that.
This is another subject that adds on that attrition thing. It takes it away. It gives people that only play on a weekend time to do these things.
You know, that's why if you spread them out Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that's more
Yeah,
than
exactly. Totally agree.
No more resources, but a longer run time. I'm not entirely
Yeah.
sure what you mean by that question.
longer run time instead of 2 days, go 3 days. I don't see them doing that.
Well,
I
they go They go 3 days at the moment: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
No. The run time.
No, I think I know where he's going with this. He's talking about no extra storage, but not a longer run time.
What they mean by run time, instead of the anti-missile bastion lasting 2 days, they're talking make it last 3 days. I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I don't either. I think they should just add them like they did with the Intel, add an extra day on the map,
We'll make them
Yeah.
permanent.
but space it out.
Space it out, I think, would solve the whole problem with it.
It's been the big subjects recently over the past month of like onslaught, invasion, blah, blah, blah. Space them out a bit better. And it's the same with this. Let's space them out a bit better. Make it more even for people that only play on a weekend as well.
Put it on the map every other day that ends in Y.
That's definitely one way to fix it, is just every other day, or like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Definitely a good idea. It's something.
Y'all remember when Thor bases were only out on certain days of the week?
So, that first of all, they were only out certain times on certain days of the week.
That's true too. That was
And
savage.
there was uproar about it.
Oh,
that was savage.
Because they changed it, didn't they? Where they took them away from certain days.
They
And
took it away
everybody
from
went
certain days
berserk.
and put it on some days, and then they changed
Put it
the
on
time and
Tuesday,
send it out
and
on
then
2 days a week, and then they made it 3 days a week, and then they
just made them permanent.
They made them permanent. Then they fucked them up completely, and we all ended up with the VKs instead.
No, what about when the event there was no Thor on the map whatsoever?
Yeah, no Thor on the map for the first 2 days.
Oh no!
Okay, well, to go back with the event, what about? I think we need to get some more resources in some of those bases again.
I don't understand how some of them are so damn lopsided, like the sharpshooter. You get a hell of a lot of oil, but not one scrap of rocket metal in there. That was a little lopsided.
There are a few of them that are like that.
There you go. Storm Chasers just give us a.
Consider the adjustment to the Bastion resource basis schedule. Yeah, put them on permanently.
I'd go Tuesday. I really like the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday idea. I think that's probably the best idea of the bunch. Also, they're doing plus many more improvements, including barracks, war factory, go-go bar, armory, and defensive structures. Now, when they say defensive structures, towers, bunkers are definitely going to be changed. We all know this.
Towers, bunkers, rocket silo, the whole 9 yards.
More than likely, everything's going to get a little more level. So be ready for this. If you guys are not working on your towers and you're not maxed out, you might want to start working on them real fast.
I think Storm Chaser was talking about they could make it where it takes thorium to upgrade. Be a lot easier.
No, not thorium to upgrade. They're doing the thorium to switch them. So if you got towers now and you want bunkers tomorrow, they're making it for 5 seconds. That has been said several times. They're going to make a 5-second switch, which a lot of people didn't when they first started building them and started upgrading. They didn't realize the higher you get, the longer the switch was going to be. And the time they figured it out, it was too late. They didn't have time to switch it.
Yeah, because like right now to get mine either the last level or the one level before, it's like 5 to 7 days.
And
But
if you
5
haven't
days
got,
for the one, the final level is 7 days.
Yep.
Yeah, 7 days. So that takes about the whole week right there.
and if you haven't got towers, you're on a loser.
Yep. So I'm glad they're going to the 5-second switch. That's definitely going to be a big help.
Yeah, that would be a lot
Can I
better.
ask a question?
Yeah.
Why does everybody feel towers are so great? You only
Because
get
the range.
air buff. You only get air buff though.
You get increased range from it.
The range on them.
You get increased
range on the
range from
towers.
bunkers. You get increased range.
You
from
do
the
not
other-
get the range increase that you get in towers. Like, for instance, if you
get
had
20%.
Draken
And then,
or sharpshooter.
it's only an increase against air, is what I'm saying.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
No, it's like 50 to air and 40 to ground and infantry.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm pulling it up as soon as my base reloads, whenever that may be.
I'm thinking, like I said, I just looked at the specs like a week or two ago after talking to Nutcracker about it, and I think my numbers are right. I could be a little bit off.
Now,
Get
here's the thing.
extra range from your sharpshooters in there. I think it's 50 extra range, and it hits the DS as soon as it lands.
Pretty much.
The range is 50, but only given it does is basically it increases the air damage by 40%.
Increases the damage. As soon as I ever get my base loaded, which will be whenever.
Right. But it hits the DS when it lands. That's what counts.
But the other bunkers give you also 20% across the board. You get 20% on infantry. You get 20% on vehicles. If plus the bunkers have more armor. So, because I've been trying to figure out how to,
Actually, the Stronghold actually has the highest armor.
But Stronghold's only for infantry. See, the bunkers.
I'm going to ask you a question here, real quick. What is the one main thing? What is the king of War Commander?
Range.
One thing is the king of War Commander. Range. Bang on the money.
Range.
That's what you want overall. If you outrange your opponent, outrange your opponent in any way, shape, or form, and you're shooting them before they're shooting you, that's it. You're good to go every time.
Here we go. Here it is.
Why towers are the way
Look at this. Range general. Its range in general is 10% higher than bunkers. It's 10% higher than Stronghold. So let's make this clear. It's got more range. Period. End discussion on that. Now,
10% is killing you.
10% on top of a sharpshooter is a hell of a lot of range.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it does a lot of damage.
Okay.
What's the sharpshooter? 550? Or is it higher than that?
Sharpshooter's 550, with the exception of the one tech, but that doesn't apply in a bunker or a tower.
Now,
there you go.
Well, the thing is, everybody screams health. Well, if you're playing against somebody who's an actual PvP player, health isn't going to mean diddly squat if they go in and maverick you. You're not going to range. They're like, it's not about what they're going to do mavericking you. It's what you're going to do to them if they deploy you and you're going to get someone who's not as skilled in the PvP range.
The whole thing's gone.
And let's face it, with the units nowadays, they'll wipe out most bunkers or towers. It doesn't matter what it is. And when, by the way, 575 when your sharpshooters are at 20 like mine. So you add the 10% on top of 575. That makes a difference. That makes a hell of a difference.
The
Yeah.
625.
So getting back to my original point,
towers are better.
Towers are better.
Towers are better.
Matter of opinion.
Yep, and when next week rolls
No, it's
out and
not.
I get that,
It's a matter of fact and figures.
Yes, it is. It truly is. The numbers are showing right there. I mean,
unfortunately, the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't really lie. I'm sorry.
and when you've got the numbers in front of you, you can't sit there and take a Sharpie and erase and black it out.
It's like when you tell somebody. It's like when you tell somebody to put something in their base, and they say, "But I like those better." It doesn't matter whether you like them better. It's what's better because the figures say so.
If I get out, let me tell you, if I lose that range, that could be a jug shot taking me out right off the bat.
Exactly.
And if I keep my range like I have, guess what happens? That jug doesn't get to shoot.
Nope, it gets killed.
Well, I'm sorry. I love my range, baby. That's the way I roll.
And next week when I get that 4 or 5 second rollout, I will be doing a change out.
Yep. And he just said,
but at the point, I'm not waiting 4 days because I have.
"Oh no,
I know
you
it's
gotta
coming."
wait for days. That sucks." And he just said, "Yeah, I like the 5-second switch with defensive structure." So he likes that idea too. I'm sure they're working on it because it's been hinted a few times.
The one question I do have is the 5-second switch going to be independent of the current worker?
Yes.
Yes, they usually are. Wait a minute, they usually are. It doesn't mean they are.
It'd be the same as the missiles.
That's the one elephant in the room.
He's
Because
got
if you're going on whatever CC upgraded it's going to be, 14, which is going to end up being between 10 and 15 days, give or take an hour here and
Well,
there.
then I would suggest that they roll it into our second dozer, which is a 5-second dozer.
The thorium dozer
considering the
is basically
defensive.
what it is.
Because it's going to be a thorium change.
Yeah, it's
So-
considered. What is it considered? It's considered defensive defense. And if it's a defense part, it's a 5-second change like the turrets. And that's where it should. Well, the turrets aren't 5 seconds themselves or a second dozer. The change in the type of turret is, but not the platform. The
Yes,
platform
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
the way it's been for a while.
So more
No.
likely you're going to be, this will need to be, your dozer will be needed.
Well, I think it should fall under, if it's a thorium-based change, I think it should fall under the rocket.
It
turret
should fall
change.
under the silo.
But the
Yeah, but-
platforms don't, so don't expect it. I'm telling you, don't.
Well, we got Storm Chaser here. Let's just put the bug in his ear. Put the bug in his ear.
Put the bug in the ear, but I'm going to be honest. You're probably going to have to wait when the CC's done, then change them out, then get back onto upgrade. If it's 5 seconds, you're talking 25 seconds for 5 of them. I mean,
So anybody,
Don't worry,
everybody in YouTube. This
Storm Chaser.
big tip for you.
one at a time.
Okay, big tip for you, everybody in YouTube. Go to towers.
Yeah.
Next subject.
Yeah.
And no. Brandy wanted to say something. Ghost Rider.
I posted it in chat since everybody talks over each other.
Storm Chaser
Sorry,
has
Brandy.
a can of raid, so he's got a can of raid. What bugs are we killing?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But okay.
In reference to
It's
earlier.
Kickside, they're more creative
Oh.
rather than canning them.
Yeah, more likely.
The only request I have for Kickside right now, or our team, is can we one day have our weekly maintenance where the game comes back up and something is not screwed up?
Oh, that's what we're going to get into right now.
I'm glad I can have that moment to
Well, one
bring
question.
it in.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you got small children around here, you might want to send them to the room because this might get a little.
Ooh.
Or put a headset on.
Here's the deal. The maintenance has been a little rough lately, but I'm going to give it to the Storm Chasers, the others that answer in Discord are amazing. They're jumping right on the problems. They're working them. They're fixing them. The people that are getting screwed are the ones that take damage and then send a ticket because customer service absolutely fudging sucks.
No. Rephrase that, Roy. If you're going to say it, you say it properly.
Fucking.
Sucks.
Let me tell you something. 2 people, me and Big Bear, sent almost identical tickets because he lost his ass because he was clicking on a building and his air flew straight in the base. I was clicking on a bit inside a building. My Fairlanks did some crazy shit because I wasn't clicking on buildings either. They were just doing whatever the hell. But yet, guess he gets 100 gold. I get not even a fucking answer.
You're not worthy.
But then,
It's called consistency, and we are not getting it.
I sent mine 10 minutes before Big Bear did because he wanted to try finishing that base. Me? I fucking don't even get answered. Then, oh, wait a minute. What even makes it better? Before that, I sent a ticket in about the last maintenance. It took them 5 days to answer. And then you know what they asked me for? A screenshot of my speed, a screenshot of my specs, and a fucking screenshot of my trace route. Well, I hate to tell you, Kickside, 5 days changes your fucking trace route. If you don't know that, then you need to go back to technical school. 5 days.
That is kind of ridiculous.
By then, my trace route probably changed. Doc, how many times do you think my trace route would have changed?
Every time it's the funny thing is with the trace route, every time you try and establish a connection, it doesn't always go through the same time. So depending on how many times you reloaded the game in 5 fucking days, that's how many times your trace route might have changed.
20, 30 times my trace route probably changed minimum in 5 days?
Easily.
It changes every time you log in, right?
And then on top of it, I'm not the only one that had the same fucking problems. What happened to the 1,000 other players that were having the same problem at that same friggin' time? But yet my trace route's going to save everything.
Now, my favorite one was when one of my guys in my clan had a open ticket for 16 days.
16 days?
I had 11 days.
11 days?
Okay.
16
Let's try,
days.
let's try the topper. I had a 45-day ticket.
Good God. That's a
Where's
month
this
and a half
50 bucks?
beyond.
Where's this $50 premium fucking support that
Wait a minute.
I have forced people to go through?
I got 2 tickets open. You know what? They've literally stopped. And we've been fighting back and forth. All they do is hit answered now. They don't even fucking reply.
Well,
Yeah, and if you try and reopen the ticket because they've said answered, it's gonna come. They're gonna turn around and do it like they've done to a few people. If you continually open the ticket, we'll refuse to answer anymore.
And they're not even. They didn't fix it the first time. They didn't fix it the second time. So instead of, what are we supposed to do? Just basically at this point, I feel like all I'm doing is spending money. Well, guess what? As of now, I have 99 gold on my account. That's the way it's gonna
about
fucking
as good as
stay.
I am right now.
That is the way it's gonna fucking stay until I at least get answered on this ticket that from yesterday that other people have already got answered on. I will not coin any more.
Well, it's
I've
like
gone 4 months now without coining.
well, it's like
because
what
of
Dr.
the same
Phil
reason.
just said, that $50 bullshit. Like he said, I'm quoting him here, the $50 bullshit. My guy who went 16 days without an answer ticket has spent enough money in this game. I know for a fact. I've seen it. We've talked a lot. He's probably spent enough money where he can buy a yacht, a condo, and a beach house and live in Antigua for the rest of his life.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's like I don't understand. But the thing is, and here's the kicker: you've got the master manipulators that somehow fraud both Facebook and Kickside, and they can get their tickets answered before they even hit enter.
I'm at the. Here's the thing, though.
And they do nothing for the community.
Everybody knows I coin. You all seen me coin on event shows. You've seen me coin here. You've seen me coin there. I have stood up for Kickside's game team. I respect Storm Chaser immensely. I mean, he's done everything he can. He's admitted when he's been wrong. He's answered, 11 o'clock at night, he's answering shit. I mean, I got to give the guy absolute props. But how the hell am I supposed to tell the community Kickside's changed, the customer service is even worse than it once was? And by
we get it.
Are not done yet.
I'm sorry.
Big Bear, the cut and paste answers are not done yet. Big Bear got an answer, and then he put frowny face and sent it to Kickside. But you know what his answer was? The same exact answer I got before when I sent it to Kickside too. Cut and paste, word for word.
Okay.
What we're being told, they're being told to answer, and how they're told to answer them.
I'm gonna kick myself for doing this, but I've got to go out on a limb in that particular area. If you've ever worked in help desk or ever been on help desk, and it was one of my first careers, you are given a list of things that you can say, a list of things you can't say, and a list of things that you have to say. 90% of the time, all the answers you're going to give are going to be exactly the same, and they are copy-paste answers or repetitive answers. If it's for exactly the same ticket and exactly the same issue, a copy-paste answer is exactly what you'll get. Now,
the computer says.
That's it. Computer.
Now, I will say something. I don't know whom I was spoke to or what show I was on, when, where, what time and space. I am wrong. The customer service people are actual Kickside employees. They do work for Kickside. They're not outsourced like I thought they were.
They brought it in-house again.
They are back in house, but I was speaking off of previous knowledge, and I know I've been quoted and misquoted, and I will say I was wrong. But prior to them bringing it back in house, they were outsourced.
Yes,
so
they were. They were
outsourced. They were not Kickside employees. They were literally scripted on what they had to respond with. They had no clue.
Even the in-house Kixeye employees before they outsourced them did exactly the same. I remember getting tickets from Q Rich and CS Ruby that were exactly the bloody same for 2 different issues.
Well, my still favorite one, and I don't care who you are, if you've been playing for any time within the past, I don't know, 6 years, the most generic one was clean your servers, wipe your caches, do this, do that. I will give it to them. I haven't seen one of those responses since I don't know when.
Oh, I just got that response.
You got the generic? You got the generic.
Yep.
I haven't had a generic in a while.
I'm going to open my generic right now if you would like.
Well, actually, mine went to this point. I quit filing tickets.
Here's my generic. Hey, thank you for writing. And by the way, this is sent to me, so don't everybody get in a hoopla or whatever. This is sent to me. This is my personal information. That I'm not naming names, so too bad. Thank you for writing in, and I'm sorry that this happened to you. We had a slight configuration issue in the game that prevented players from selecting things. This is now fixed. Please refresh. Have a great day, Commander. Guess what?
That's it?
Wait a minute. Big Bear got the same fucking thing. Word for word. Dot, comma, even the comma is put in the wrong fucking place. He hit space, comma, space. It's the same one for Big Bear.
So copy paste.
He copied and pasted this.
That's all they do is copy and paste because they can't give you a real answer.
So this is supposed to be. I
like
paid $50 to get premium support. You call this premium anything?
Well, my thing is we get an awesome team. Our War Commander team is the best it's probably ever been in 7 years.
Very true. But we still got
but our customer service
is the worst it's ever been in 7 years.
Yes.
Yes. I can't disagree with you on that one. And I'll say it because I can't say it anywhere else. There's no balance. If we're going to get an awesome team support with developers and the storm chasers, the friendly fixers, the CM burn, if we are going to get them, they need to also step up the game on our customer service. You haven't
heard the best part of this. You haven't heard the best part of this, okay? When the building selection problem happened, I immediately messaged Storm Chaser. First thing he said, "Oh crap, this is happening," and he acknowledged it. And I said, "I'm sending a ticket." He said, "We are working on this issue as we speak." Great. He jumped right on it. That is fantastic. I said, "Here's my ticket number," and he goes, "How many other people were asked to bait?" And I said, "Well, this guy just lost his ass too." He said, "Give me the ID numbers, ticket numbers of both." He personally sent them over to customer service. Big Bear gets a response. I do not.
You're still sitting in limbo, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, at the end of the day,
even he was shocked that though when I told him we're getting cut and paste answers, and he's sending stuff over directly, and he can't even get them to respond to me. Come on, Kickside.
Hey, well, y'all.
Roy.
End of the day, we are paying for a service
that we're not getting.
Exactly.
And I don't know who was trying to talk with Nutcracker.
No, it was Dark Turd. Dark, go ahead. What were you saying?
My dad can't even send tickets. Kickside customer support wants him to spend $50 before they even want to talk to him. But all he'll get is a cut and copy paste. That's it.
I want my $50 back.
I want my $50 back. Hey, you know what?
My thing is, we've got to pay $50. We got to pay $50 for customer service, right, Dark?
Right.
Your dad has a problem when he goes to the store and he needs to go to customer service. He doesn't have to pay $50 to go to the store to get the customer service.
Nope.
He just goes to customer service and gets to talk to someone to deal with his issue.
See, that's the part they should change.
Still get that.
The thing is, the game is obviously once upon a time, Kickside tried to run this game as a free-to-play game. Well, we are not stupid, and we all know it's not a free-to-play game. So with that being said, we are consumers. For the most part, people pay to play now. So we are now considered consumers. With that being said, consumers do not pay for customer service.
I have to interject. I have to interject. On the Kickside licensing agreement, as well as their terms of service and all your statutory rights, it is a free-to-play game.
Correct.
That being said, it is under the classification, as I classified it, as a free-to-wait game. It is not pay-to-play because you don't pay a subscription fee. Any money that you choose to spend,
it's a choice.
Is a choice to spend it.
It's of your choice, and you're correct. I've always stood on that platform
not make
too.
you a consumer.
But see,
unfortunately, that does not make you a consumer. Anytime if you buy coin, you waive the rights to its monetary value immediately. None of that gold has any value in dollars or cents, and it never will.
Yeah,
so you're not a consumer.
I mean, it's.
Hang on, guys. Just
No, I agree with Phil because I've always stood with Phil on the platform that coining is a choice.
Please, can I just jump in?
Go ahead, go ahead. I'll mute everybody if I have to.
Right.
I got to
Simple
pee. I'm
thing
going to mute
is,
myself anyways.
if you do not coin, you can still go onto Kickside support and put your disagreement, complaint, problem on there in the other one. It will eventually go to Kickside.
Yeah. Okay.
In the support chat, you can put them in if you do not coin. You can still put them in.
Well, my dad has tried to go to send a ticket, and see, my dad always.
You go to Discord. You go to the other sources. You don't bother trying to keep sending a ticket if he hasn't spent the money, the $50.
I mean,
but my dad coins all the time. He coins
Discord
when he wants
is the best one.
And that's when you go to Discord and say, "Listen, I spent over $50. You get one of the CMs is going to get with you. You send him the thing of Facebook that shows that he's paid more with the ID to them, not an open. They'll message you, or you have to message them direct, and they can investigate that situation. But
you can still do it on the Kickstarter site.
Yeah.
For free. If you
so
do
what
not
you're saying
coin.
is message them privately, like say message, for example, Storm Chaser, PM him.
Yes, you message him directly. Say this is my ID. Here's what I've spent in this game. I've spent more than $50, and yet I still can't get support.
They'll know what you spent just by bringing up your ID. If you're above that $50 threshold, then you should be eligible for support.
There are many people out there that have had that problem. That I've personally had to get with CMs to get them fixed.
But you don't have to go on Discord to do this.
No, you don't have to
still do this on Kickstarter site. You go to support and you don't put a ticket in. You go to the other one. I can't remember what it's bloody called now. You go to the other one and you put it in there, and it will eventually reach customer support. It takes longer, but it does work.
That's the customer support on forums.
Yeah. I don't know how much longer it could take the way it's going anyways. I mean, they wait for the answer is ridiculous. And here's another thing. We got Socrates that's usually on here. Everybody gets their 100 gold from that one screw up with those bases way back in the day. Customers, somehow he didn't get it. I had to literally go to Golden Doodle. It's like it seems like for them to fix something when it comes to taking care of the customer is a pain in the ass.
I want to touch on something BJ said. If we want to expand our base, if we want to compress things, we have to pay. And what the buildings that Kickside does give us to put in our base And with the quote unquote unit technology they have given us, if you have to pay to expand your base, but you can't, you now got this just big ball of clusterfuck sitting in your base, and anybody says with a jug and a dark storm, you just go in and decimate a base. And this day and age, even if that, you can go in with an Omega Siege Squadron and ravage a base.
But
So
it still comes down to your choice if you expand it. Those are options. They're not
yes.
mandated.
I'm just conveying what he said.
I understand what he's saying, and it sucks that some people cannot afford or choose not to expand their base, but it's still a choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to expand your base, I mean, that's your choice. I mean,
then you sit with that
clusterfuck
knot of buildings. But I mean, like I said, we're just sitting here, and Dr. Phil, where are you?
Let's go back.
I agree with you. I agree with you, doll. I do agree with you about what you said about the consumer shit.
Can I just say what Socrates just made a point? He spent $1K in a month.
Oh yeah,
and still has issues with the game, but it doesn't matter how much you spend as long as you spend over 50.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you spend more than somebody else. It makes no difference. As long as you spend $50, you should get equal fucking response from those teams, and we do not.
No, we
and
don't.
You're right, we don't, and you should. Once you spend that you meet that $50 quota, you should be treated like the Prince of Persia.
Yeah, well, I would just like them to be realistic. In one comment I got back, we took care of you on such and such issue. I understand you took care of me on an issue that was caused by you because it was an island. It wasn't supposed to be an island base. I killed everything but couldn't get to the island. That was a Cerberus base. That wasn't on me. It wasn't my fault that base got released. And now because you gave me 50 gold on that, I took X damage because you guys screwed something else up. But I guess because you took care of one thing, I'm supposed to suck it up buttercup on something else?
Here's the thing. Weasel Nuts just put it in the chat. That's what I laughed at. We're thinking about this with common sense. Kixeye don't do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, just the other week we had a show where we sat here and we were talking about things and changing them, and we even had our own contemplations on it. And even Storm Chasers said to us all, you guys just did what we do on a daily basis, where we see things, we think of things that should be changed, but if we look at the long run of it, it really shouldn't be changed. And the thing is,
but here,
that thing has a name. It's called the big picture.
Yeah.
Yes, the big picture. Yes. But what I'm saying is, it's like everybody who's still got that bad taste in their mouth for Kix, our War Commander team, are still living in our old team. Give these new guys a chance. They are listening. They are.
Storm Chaser has just replied to all this.
Go ahead, not read
Somebody would like to read it?
Oh no,
I'll read it. I'll read it. I did appreciate all your sharing your experiences with our customer service. I was indeed surprised you guys are having as much trouble as you're having getting meaningful responses.
Here's the fact, Storm Chaser. We as players love the game, and that's why we're here. We love the people. We love the game. Your game team has come.
Or we're mental as fuck.
Both. But your game team has become absolutely fantastic. You guys are putting out good bases. Yes, the glitches are coming, but you know that because you guys are making so much changes for the player. But you guys are also there working on them. Your customer service is not working with the players. They're not acknowledging the players, and they're basically just giving the players the shaft. Now, as much as you guys fix or do, you guys can't keep it running if we keep getting the shaft other places. Like, I refuse to coin until I'm taken care of. So that means probably about $200 a month now for me. I'm absolutely done doing.
More than that for me.
Well, the funny thing is, do y'all remember when Kixeye used to say after 72 hours a ticket will automatically be closed?
Yeah, well,
And now they're sitting here. What'd somebody say? 45 days, 4 months. I mean, I don't want our ticket times to be.
they can't get much worse.
But the thing is, if you're telling us that after 72 hours a ticket will be closed, well then you giving yourself your window. Stick to the window. What's this 4 month, 45, 16, 21, blue 42 hut bullshit?
Right now, it's just plain bullshit. 5 days is about the minimum everybody's getting. Is the average. 5 days.
That's
right
unacceptable.
Like right now, I'm waiting to say bingo on how many days I hear people are saying their tickets are getting answered. It's like 16. I was like, bingo.
Let's put this on YouTube. YouTube, please let us know how many days your average ticket takes to get answered, please.
To be fair, my 45-day ticket was I ran back and forth with them for the 45 days. During one event, I filed 6 tickets. They didn't get answered. For the shortest one was 6 days old. When I sent a 7th ticket listing the other 6 tickets that nobody had answered, it had been referred back to Kixeye customer support from the trusted players or the expert players. Within 2 hours, I got a response from customer support Kixeye telling me that if I filed another ticket, they would close every ticket I had. And within 10 minutes, they were all closed.
And that is exactly where I'm getting now. They're just closing.
Just giving a reply.
YouTube, 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 days, 4 days. Yeah, these numbers are not looking very impressive.
Storm just said he's making inquiries to see what they can do to improve things.
Well,
here's an inquiry you can make. You can go to the head of the CS department and shove a cattle prod up his or her backside.
5, 6 days, 2, 3 days, 24 hours.
Well, here's one for you. When I don't even know if they're still using the direct players. I haven't had a direct player.
They're still using direct players, and let me tell you something. When the direct players see my name on them, they send it right to Kixeye.
well, here's the kicker with the direct players. If you literally do not tell them in comment, redirect me, they will not redirect you. And your ticket actually gets... They can say that your ticket's still in queue. Your ticket's not in queue. I've gotten many emails saying, yep, your ticket's about to be closed. Well, I said I wanted to be redirected. Why is my shit getting closed? Why am I not talking to an actual Kixeye employee?
Yeah, and
I'm sorry. If you're an expert...
Here's another thing we need to...
You can't tell somebody was a bunch of buggies, and just because they know how to look at War Commander Wiki and pull up their knowledge, they're an expert.
Here's something Storm Chaser just brought up. Said, the development team is making a lot of mistakes, and the customer service is being flooded. That I understand, they're being flooded. I get that, but it doesn't mean screw answering properly and making us re-reply. Or do reapply 2, 3 times, or just outright closing tickets. That's unacceptable.
Well, Storm Chaser just said the cattle prod's a good idea, but they're not actually in the same building.
Well, we have 5
Just send me
days.
a plane ticket. I'll go there with the cattle prod, I promise.
Well, you send me the cattle prod. I live 25 minutes away.
Oh no, I will personally get on a plane and do it myself.
But no, all jokes aside, the thing is, we have 5 days a week with Kixeye support.
Storm Chaser, here's another person saying it for us. Don't bother tickets, waste of time. That is your people saying, hey,
they're sick of it.
It's bad. It is horrible.
It tells you people don't. It's like they don't care anymore because nobody on Kixeye side wants to care anymore.
The only ones that seem to care is the new team, but unfortunately, they're making mistakes and trying to fix new stuff and they're making and tickets are being sent, and the customer service team's looking at them like, who gives a fuck? And that's exactly how I feel.
And the thing is, the Kixeye team we have, the War Commander team we have, They want to give us better customer service, but it's out of their hands because it's not their
I
department.
don't think. I bet you Storm Chaser didn't know it was this bad. I bet you money he didn't know it was this bad.
Well,
Now I will
would
say
be hard for him to know.
when people send in tickets, cussing them out, propositioning them for sex, yeah, it might make people might make the customer service
Who's
team
doing
not
who
want to
with the what
reply.
now?
No, I have
Don't go
seen
there,
the
Phil.
tickets. People have been so retarded about their ticket setting. It's like, hey, what do I got to do? I got to buy you a whore. What are you gonna do for me? I buy you a whore. You gonna give me what I want?
We
You got to
gotta
talk
stop
to these
looking
people.
over each
You
other.
got to talk to these people like they're human beings. They have a job. You don't want somebody coming to your job and talking to you like that. So talk to them the way you want to be spoken to when you're at your job. You can't go in there talking to them all ignorant, like you don't have anything in between your ears.
Here's the thing.
But still,
Some people
nonetheless,
don't.
Whoa, stop. Okay, we get it. But here's the thing. He didn't know. Storm Chaser didn't know. But here's the fact. The fact is these people now are in-house getting paid to answer our tickets. We're paying their salaries, but you know what? If we're not going to coin anymore, their salary is going to get decreased, or maybe they'll even get terminated. That's not the point. The point is, we're not getting the service that people should be getting for paying players, and it's not just us. The YouTube's saying the same thing. We're trying to get people to understand. Yes, the game team is doing a damn good job now. And we've addressed it and we've talked to you guys, and you guys are talking back. But I would love to know where customer service is. Who's their lead, and why isn't he talking to us? And why can't he see, with all the problems that we're having, we need better customer service?
I've got until this end of September off work. You can pay me to fly over there to teach you lot how to do it properly.
Well,
And I'll have it done in 3 days, or I'll sack the lot of them.
That's probably what should happen, a few of them. And then on top of it, they have more tools than they used to. They have the trusted players. They have, now to people trying to answer their in-house. But all it's doing is I feel like I'm being used to get my money because I'm not being taken care of at all. People are not being taken care of. It's just not right, and that's why we're fading away.
Listen,
I've not coined
out
for
of
3
everything
months.
we've discussed tonight, sorry, Nutcracker, go on.
No, you carry on, mate.
I was
Out
going
of-
to say, Roy, I'm going to drop out. Let Sock come in.
Okay.
bye, sweets.
After everything we've discussed tonight, we've gone over the CC, we've gone over some bullshit at the beginning, the usual stuff that we always go through. And yet, the most heated and I've lost my fucking words. The most angry we've been is disgusting customer support. Then we're not even pissed off about the game anymore. It's the support that is so horrifically terrible.
I love the game the way it is right now and the way they're heading. I love it. I'm having more fun than I've had in a long time.
I think we all like it a lot more now.
But
I've got guys in my clan that they don't even bother sending a ticket.
What's the point if we're not getting answered or we're getting shunted?
They're not going to get an answer, so why should I bother? And they're
If
not sending tickets.
Storm Chaser sends both my ticket number and Big Bear's ticket number, Big Bear's the only one that gets answered, what's that say?
Exactly.
What does that tell you?
It says you're on the blacklist.
It means I'm on the shit list. What else is new?
Well, it's like we've got Splackaville Venom. I think it's Venom's alternate, whatever. Look, I warned you all, the effort to push support off to the trusted player directly company will lead to the worst customer support.
He said it. I said it. I hated the idea.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a warning to us. That should be a warning to Kickside that was a terrible life choice. We as players know that's a terrible life choice.
Yep.
We as the community that play this game day in and day out knew that was a terrible life choice.
Yeah.
So that I don't know if I'm misreading it as far as who it's directed to, but yeah, that's definitely one that should be directed towards Kickside, because I think every single one of us on here and on every other show will say that giving it to the direct player world was a terrible life choice. There is no disagreement, I think, upon any of us. And Dr. Phil doesn't even play anymore, and he will even say that's a terrible life choice.
I said it was a terrible idea from the beginning because there are players who got into that system and got very, very power hungry with it.
Well, the thing is, they will sit there and jade a person for the simple fact they're a player. They play with you on the map, and they know you're an arch enemy, and they will dick you off.
They will. I mean, Roy's had it. I'm just going to say it. What's his fucking face? Stuart did it to Roy a whole bunch of times.
Blasphemy.
Roy has sent me the screenshots with the ticket replies.
You said his fucking name.
I know.
That's his game name, so I'm allowed to say that.
Happened all at once. Oh.
I don't. I read the replies. And
Tumbleweed's going now.
And it's bullshit. It is absolutely bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off. Got some things to take care of right away.
Take care, my friend.
It's unfortunate.
Take care.
Take care, bro.
Has needed to jump in so much to help with support issues, as that means we're taking time away from doing our real jobs, critical contacts, issues. Look, here's the thing.
We don't want you to do that.
We don't
and it shouldn't be.
We don't. We don't. We really, really wish you didn't have to do that. But let's be honest. Can we act? I'll ask everyone on the panel. Can you trust support to help you?
No.
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 You can't rely on customer support. You can't rely on them.
Sorry, when I had an 11-day ticket and I paid the 50.
No, let's be honest. Everyone
I'm not
on the
getting
panel
nothing.
spent more than $50 freaking dollars.
Well, we all
Especially
do,
after
don't we?
7 years of playing.
Yeah, I've been playing for 7 years at least, and I God knows what I've spent.
You bought somebody a car at least.
Yeah.
Oh, at least.
I've been playing 3.5 years, and by now I could probably have a nice mini dinghy kind of boat, a car, a truck, an RV, and a timeshare that could take me anywhere I want to go in the world.
I guarantee I paid for somebody's car and sent them on vacation at the same time.
Probably bought somebody a new house.
The point is, none of us mind spending it. We don't.
No, because we wouldn't spend if we didn't want to.
No, we wouldn't, and that's the thing. When I used to write my fucking stuff in the forums, when I was happy, I was coining. When I'm not
Socrates,
happy, I
you
didn't
can't
coin.
call the chat, babe.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, champ?
Champ, I got a
What's
question. You're just coming on. When's the last time you sent a ticket?
It's been a while, man. I don't send tickets to support. I have a total of 3 pages. Generally, they've been pretty receptive to my tickets. Sometimes they're not. So I understand you guys' qualms with support with some of the responses you guys have gotten and the time it's taken to respond. But me personally, I've never had that kind of problem with support.
But that's half the trouble is that there's no consistency.
What consistency? I don't think they know even what that word means.
Well, hey,
Listen, consistency.
can I talk about the mythical unicorn?
No.
The unicorn?
No,
No, the unicorn.
That's a female thing.
No, it's not a female thing.
I thought it was someone else.
No, the live support that preferred players, players. Yes, I'm gonna take this from AKA Venom, and I'm gonna put it out there. The unicorn, that live support. That, if you were like a whale and you spent money and you're supposed to get 24-hour live support.
That's funny.
What you talking about? The thing that don't work?
Yeah, that's why I call it the unicorn.
I don't know anybody that has it.
Dildo or vibrator or something from Japan.
Will Harbin's big black dildo.
No, it's the purple dildo.
It's the proverbial unicorn, the live support that the whales were supposed to get. If you spent exponentially amount of money, you were eligible for live support 24/7. Well, since they launched that idea, it has never worked. You go right now, you go into, if you're eligible for live support, it pops up in your support with a little like chat box things. You click on it, you type it in, and it says, unfortunate right now, it's unavailable. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not quoting it
But
verbatim
it's
because I stopped
always
doing it.
unavailable.
But it's always
don't
unavailable.
work.
It doesn't matter. You can go in every hour of the day. It does not ever exist. It's always broken. So why they're telling people that, hey, if you're a whale and you want to spend money and you want to do more than the $50, just get your baseline customer service support and you're like a whale, you spend a lot of money, that you're going to get 24-hour, 7 days a week kind of support. No. Baby dolls, lovers, whatever you want to, whatever I want to call you, do not blow smoke up our ass. Just take it off the fucking support form where we can get 24-hour support because it doesn't exist.
My suggestion is for players that have issues, if you haven't spent the $50, if you're on Discord, there is a no, but there, to be specific, there is a community support tab you can go to where you can post videos, you can post screenshots.
We've done that. Been there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's my suggestion, and and generally, Storm Chaser or Friendly Fixer, they're on the ball, and they'll get the problem taken care of. You may not get compensated for gold or whatever, but at least the problem will be taken care of. At least they know about it.
Agreed. At least, and the other thing is Storm Chaser. I mean, the one night, when second time the judge base is supposed to come out, I get on after work. It's about noon, a little after noon. I message Storm Chaser, say, "Hey, the judge bases ain't out." He said they didn't spawn. And I said, nowhere on the map. He said, I'll get right back to you or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? 5 minutes later, they came out, and I said, well, thank you for that, but we just lost 9 hours. He goes, I'm working on that. 10 minutes later, there was a post about how they extended it. Good game team.
I try to avoid messaging those guys directly because there's thousands of players on this game and they're probably overwhelmed with so many messages. So if there's a problem with, I'll put it in the general chat, or if I really have a problem, I'll put it in the community support. But I mean, I don't personally know any of the Kixeye employees. But they're probably overwhelmed because there's let's be honest, guys, there's thousands of us players, and if we go out and say, hey, if you have a problem, just go message so and so directly, they're gonna be overwhelmed with like messages. So I mean, I would not suggest that.
There's 2 comments.
I would suggest first posting your problem in the community support, and hopefully, someone will respond to it. You get an answer.
There's 2 comments from Storm Chaser. One, thanks for the heads up about the live support. One more thing I got to look into. And the other comment is, yeah, they're smart enough not to let us do compensation stuff. So I'm sure he would love to compensate,
that's not a problem. Storm Chaser, to me, the issue is getting the problem fixed. It's not really about compensation.
He also came down with just a second ago. A better game team would not have messed up the spawn to begin with, but he's glad that you appreciated the extension.
Yeah. Since he's on the YouTube chat, I have a really important question for him.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay. So you ready, Storm Chaser? Star Trek or Star Wars? Question.
No.
I know he's a freaking nerd, man. Well, we all are here. We all are in Silicon Valley, man. I'm telling you.
Say that again,
Star Trek.
You better say the right thing.
Older ones.
He said, "Oh boy."
Did you say
Um,
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Yeah, because
Star
like
Trek for
some
the
people it's one or the other.
40s, Star Trek for the over 40s.
Where he goes. Oh, that's rough.
Oh boy, ready. Oh, that's rough.
This is gonna get interesting. You could have
Yeah, man. That's the most important question of the game.
Killer B, you're
Of the show
back.
right now, man. I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, he's got house guest. He can't be on right now because otherwise he'd be on here.
No, but he stepped out and he's back in YouTube. I was like, Killer B, you're back.
Well,
Star
I'm
Trek and the
sorry,
original
but mine's
Star Wars
not
trilogy.
neither. Mine is Stargate Universe.
Oh, boo!
Yes, gotta get some Stargate love.
I like
Battlestar
Stargate.
Galactica.
I might gonna get flat.
Stargate has a pretty good cult following.
It does. I got to give him credit on that part.
I love it.
Battlestar Galactica.
And
Guardians of the Galaxy.
War Commander follows Stargate because
It really
each
does.
unit
People
we've
point
got has been from that series.
Yeah.
The replicators, we got the spiders. It's come from that series.
And you know, it's funny. It's funny when you hear Nutcracker do the correlations between Stargate Universe and what's in the game. He does actually run a valid point. But hey, you've all been on Discord or looked at the forums, the picture, and I'll say it, and I might get copywritten. I don't give a shit, but it's legit. The picture for the invasion. Brother Jerry or whoever that's supposed to be looks like freaking Sean Connery.
He does.
We've already said
Designed that way.
Oh yeah. Never mind. That's off topic. I don't.
Well,
wanna talk about
I don't think he's been in Stargate.
Well, Stargate. That was a good. That was the good. It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
James Spader.
No, I'm on about the series, not the movie.
I didn't get into the show too much, but a lot of people.
Okay, Storm Chaser grew up watching Star Trek: Next Generation. I'll say.
I will say that I got most of my
No, then nice, man.
I grew up
My moral
watching the
compass
original
is
series.
from a
Boy,
show,
I'm
but
old.
Star Wars movies tend to be more entertaining than Star Trek movies.
All right. Well,
he's not wrong.
I don't know about the new ones, but the last Star Trek movie, I mean the first two out of the new ones, they were pretty good. The last one, I was a little disappointed. But, okay.
Okay,
Because
so
I found a website by accident where I can watch all the Star Wars movies for free.
okay, so let's get ready to wrap this up. I'm gonna let everybody do their shout outs. I think Storm Chaser's been beat up enough, and he's got a laundry list of stuff to do at work tomorrow as it is. Good luck this Friday, Storm Chaser. It seems like you got your hands full. So on that note, let's go down the line. I know, Champ, you just got here, so I'm sorry, but it's getting late. So shout outs,
Yeah, just shout out to you guys. Thanks. Sorry for joining so late.
Good. I wish you were here sooner, but you know how it rolls.
You guys had a full panel forever, so didn't want to interrupt. Shout out to you too, and Storm Chaser out there.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Dark Turd.
Turd.
That's the game, man. What do you want me to do about it?
Learn.
Yep. But shout out for Storm Chaser and the new Kickside crew for doing their best, trying to get the game run smoothly. I know there's a lot of issues there they're trying to fix. Can't fix them all, but at least they're trying to do their best.
Very good. Very good. What the heck? Killer Queen.
All right. I want to shout out to everybody here on the panel. It's always good joining in with you guys. You guys are absolutely hilarious. YouTube, thanks for joining us again on another Thursday evening. Storm Chaser, Bruce Almighty with your 1,000,000 fucking post-it notes. God bless your soul. Thank you for listening to us and hearing our words and jotting them down. We really appreciate it. It's a mess, not on our team's end, but on your customer service end. So Thank you for listening to that. Write it down, and you've got some valued feedback to give to them. But everybody just, hey, have fun with the invasion if you get bored, because that's the only time I'm going to do is when I'm so bored I don't know if I want to stay awake or go to sleep.
Storm Chaser, I just think you made an enemy out of Doc.
Prosper, and may the force be with you.
You insolent Dover!
Yep, I'm an X-Men fan, more so an animated.
I'm just
series
fucking with
fan.
you.
Well,
Okay.
the thing is, if you make an enemy out of Dr. Phil, or Dr. Phil makes an enemy out of you, deep down inside and within his loins, he actually loves you, and you actually have something he cares about.
Hey, who you been talking to?
It's called passion.
That's right. Archangel, your shout outs, please.
Shout out to the panel. Shout out to you, Roy. I was sort of surprised when I got the link. Shout out to Sector 107. That's it.
Okay, good stuff. Nutcracker.
No, Brandy before me. She's female.
Andy, then.
Sorry, I'm in English.
No, you're just a twat.
Ladies first.
But he is English.
Ladies first.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to YouTube and a panel, and of course, Nutcracker. And that's it.
Okay, Nutcracker.
Thanks.
Is that it? Really? You daft bastard. Really?
Well played.
It brought a laugh. That's what counts.
You daft ass, you.
No, you should have said thanks for the fish.
All right, so it comes to me, and now I need everybody.
Hey.
No,
My turn.
no. I'm trying to avoid your turn, to be honest, because I know what's about to happen. But go
Hey. It's nothing bad, I promise.
No, not that part. When I start talking, you're going to get lit up too. I know this. So go ahead, though.
I'm broken again.
Mental note: kill Roy, but I can do that later.
Kill Roy, shit.
I mean, we've gone over a lot of shit tonight. Of course, Storm Chaser has been an absolute champion, being in the chat for most of the night already. And I mean, it seems like you guys are getting on well with the game team. Is it going to make me come back to the game? Short answer, no. And my final words is one of my favorite rules of acquisition, which is 190. Hear all, trust nothing. That is all.
Yeah. All right. So this is where I figured Doc's gonna chime in, but I need everybody not to chime in for once.
I'm muting myself on that note.
Yeah, please, everybody mute up, because this is actually a serious subject. Tomorrow night, we're doing a very special show. And only 4 people are authorized to be on this show. This show is to mend some wounds, hopefully bring the community even closer together. And this show is going to have me, Dr. Phil, Shadow Killer, and Fear from Battle Vortex. We're going to sit down and we're going to discuss the situation that's going on. There's no reason for it. We all feel it that way. We just cannot seem to all get on the same page at once. So tomorrow night, we're going to have a summit, as I call it. And we're going to sit down and have this talk, and it will be live. You will be able to ask questions and talk to us. We will not name names on anybody that's not on the show. It's not right, because they're going to want to come in and try to defend themselves, and that's not going to happen. We don't want that. We want to be able to sit down and handle the problems. So tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have the 4 of us live. Now be aware, I will have many, many, many people in the side chat that'll be moderating, making sure nothing gets said that shouldn't be said. But hopefully we can get this all wended out. Some of it's already been mended out. Some of it is wanting to be hashed out. And some of it just needs to come to light. So tomorrow night, the community, come on, listen to what they got to say. Listen to what I got to say, which isn't much. I'm actually probably the most neutral person here. And then we will be doing it here on the Situation Room. That's where everybody feels it's the most neutral, because I've been trying to be the most neutral party of it all. So hopefully tomorrow night we can get this all handled, where the community can come and go, whatever shows they want, do whatever they want, be part of what the community, once again, like it should. So once again, it's 9 p.m. Eastern time.
You can call my name out anytime you want. I don't give a fuck.
What are we supposed to say about you, champ? You smile too much?
Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever you want to say.
Friended me on Facebook for like 5 times this year.
Well, you and everybody else. So what else?
How about that champ coins way too much in a week?
No, he's actually slowed his butt down too. So I mean, champ's
Yeah.
champ.
Champ for president.
Yes.
Champ for president.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here. I want to thank my panel though for coming out tonight, having some fun, and the YouTube especially for coming out and letting Storm Chaser know exactly how we feel about what you call customers, well, what they call customer service, what I call shit. And on that note, we're gonna get the hell out of here. So everybody, be safe.
Peace out.
And don't put your fingers where you wouldn't.